Welcome to Above the Garage. Hi, friends. Welcome to our discussion of the first 4 episodes of The Institute on MGM Plus. Let's do our round of introductions and dive in.
Hi, I'm Melissa.
I am Scarlett.
Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Kate. All right, so like we announced before, we're doing something slightly different for summer this year, which is basically just chatting about whole seasons of shows that have come out in the summer, or half seasons in the case of this show, and Wednesday, which comes out next week on Netflix. Everybody's busy, and we just wanted to get some less time-intensive podcasts out for you before we return to our usual format of choosing one show and podcasting each new episode weekly. We're already looking at fall shows to pick, and we'll update you as soon as we know the plan. But for now, several of us were just really enjoying the Institute, so we decided to do a mid-season discussion now, and then we'll definitely do one once the whole season is out in a few weeks. It's extra awesome because the Institute is not only based on a novel by my favorite author, Stephen King, but it's produced by Take 5 Productions, a company we fell in love with last year. They also post-produce Wednesday, which comes out next week, as I mentioned, so we'll be back with that discussion soon thereafter. All right, now to the Institute. These summer discussions are a bit more of a free-for-all than our usual format. So how are you guys liking it? Have you read the book?
I have not read the book, and I'm enjoying it so far. I feel like the pacing it's keeping me interested.
Yeah. I think they usually end on like a quasi cliffhanger, which
Right.
I feel some people don't like, but I do because it makes me like count down the
Curious.
days to the next episode.
Yeah.
I like it, but I loved the book, and because I read far too many books, I don't remember them all as well as I should, and I decided not to revisit this one, so I don't really remember in detail what happens ahead of now, but I'm enjoying revisiting the story on the screen.
My husband's read
Yeah,
it, and I
same.
try to get spoilers, and he is so anti-spoiler. It's
He's
so
a closed
annoying to
book.
watch it because I'll be like, "Hey, tell me this," or telling him what I think is happening. He's like, "I'm not giving you anything. Just keep watching." I'm like, "Oh,
Oh, God.
you are just not my jam right now." Like,
Looking for when the book came out because I'm curious why I remember it so little. No, yeah, I should remember it. The book came out in 2019, so I do remember certain things. Like I feel like the main character was younger in the book.
I think he was 12.
Okay, yeah.
That's
And how old
what
is
I
he supposed
think.
to be in this?
14, I
14.
think.
14.
But
Yeah.
he seems older. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's very tall. He definitely could pass for 17, 16, 17. Yeah.
Yeah.
16, 17
Mhm.
would be
Yeah.
much fitting for his looks.
Yeah. So
And
when
for-
he's in that like SAT scene in the very beginning and everybody's like in awe of him, like, how old are you? I'm like, he looks kind of your age. I wouldn't be like that shocked.
Mhm.
It's also the way he acts.
Yes. Yeah.
The way he
Very
acts. Like,
mature.
I think that's what got me into the show. Like that first episode when he wakes up in his quote unquote room. I'd be
Yeah.
freaking out, and he was like, I know you're
I
just trying to make
know.
me comfortable. I'm like, what the fuck is this
Yeah,
kid?
he's so analytical. That's what he is. He's like, he's
Yeah.
analytical. That's his mind. He doesn't react. He analyzes it, and it's calm. And
I really
Did
like
you-
that's
him.
all he does.
I like that.
Yeah. I
I
wish
like
I
it a
was
lot.
like that. I'm
Yeah.
more reactive. I wish I was more like,
Yeah, he was observing his room.
Yeah.
And you know when he got his t-shirt
Jersey.
Mhm.
and
That's why they showed that. I missed that. So he looks
Yeah.
at it in this
Yeah.
room and it's not torn. Is that correct?
Yes, that's
Yep.
why he knows
Exactly.
he's
I
not
was
where
like,
he's
why
supposed
did
to
they
be.
talk about him tearing his jersey? And I'd missed that part in the room. That
Mhm.
thank you. That was a
Exactly.
question I
They
had.
replace it for a new one.
Mhm.
Okay. I knew there's a reason. Yeah.
Yeah, he knows he's not in his room,
Yeah.
He's so smart.
his real room.
Yeah, yeah, he's played by
Yeah.
Joe Freeman, and I think he's doing an awesome job at this part.
I
I
do
like the
too.
character a lot. I also
Mhm.
like the character of Tim a lot, played by Ben Barnes.
I like Barnes too, so I'm excited to see him play a good guy
Yeah.
finally.
So he was the bad guy in Shadow and Bone.
Yeah, and several
Oh, he's
several
always the bad
shows
guy.
he was
Okay.
the bad. Yeah,
He's such a good guy though. He seems like he's like born to play the good guy.
he
But
looks like a good
he's a
guy,
good actor, obviously.
and he sings really well.
Really?
yeah.
So listen to that for
Yeah.
this. Multi-talented Ben Barnes. Yeah, I like his take on this character, and I feel like that his character feels a bit different than it did in the book for me, but I'm enjoying this iteration. And then there's Mary Louise Parker. I like her character. I do hate her, don't get me wrong, but I'm also intrigued by her, I guess. Like, I don't know, does she hate herself?
I hate the rest
Yeah.
more than her, specifically her. I think I don't know, she's not like the guys, the Stackhouse.
Stackhouse. Yeah, the guys
Yeah.
are worse. All the men kind of are worse. But yeah, I don't know. Do you think
Yeah.
that she actually like hates what she does? Is that why she's burning herself?
I don't know.
No,
It was just
I
such a
don't.
weird scene. The hot dog and like I was so confused when I saw it the first time. And then obviously
Yeah.
the burning, I was like, there has to be, obviously it's gonna tie down, but there's has to be something. It's weird. And I remember her from Weeds. I used to watch that show.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
feel
of
like her
course. Me
character in Weeds a
too.
lot.
I love
So
her.
it's kind of
She's
fun, like seeing her in something different.
right.
I just
Well,
think she's
even
a
the
psycho in this. Like she's like
do you?
so yes, I don't know. I
Yeah.
go back
Yeah, I
and
don't
forth. I'm like, is she? Is she? No, I feel like she just
Yeah.
is so hardcore into like the institute or whatever
I-
their mission is, and I think she hates kids. I mean, she doesn't seem to have any remorse.
No.
It just gave me the impression that she was a psycho in that scene where after the newer kid hits one of the twins and she comes out and she's like, well, this is what happened. And if
Yeah,
anybody
that
goes
is a weird
against it,
Yeah.
I was like, what?
It's an
No.
excellent creepy scene though. It is very
Yes.
I enjoyed the creepiness of that scene. Obviously, I like Stephen King books for things like that, and she played it really well for me. But this is the reason that I'm like, I'm not torn on her. I do hate her. I'm just not sure she's just like a straight psychopath though, because first
Yes.
she seems to be whatever this advanced path is that the men are trying to push. She's like, stop. No, you can't do that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. And that feels to me like she doesn't want to put the kids through that, which is probably not true. But she's the only one that's saying, like, let's not accelerate this more than it already is. And then I'm trying to remember the other reason. Oh, the hurting of self, including what do you guys think about that sex scene in the
Ew,
like
so gross.
Oh,
closet?
disgusting.
Is she trying to get pregnant
Unnecessary.
or what is her purpose? Like,
I
is
don't
she trying
know.
to
I feel
impregnate
like it's
herself
more
with him?
punishment because she asked if there's like a jump rope or something, right?
Oh, maybe.
Right.
Which
Yes,
made me
it
think
could
like
be.
because I was literally just like, what are they gonna do with a jump rope in sex? It took me forever. I spent a lot of time thinking about this just because I don't like when things don't make sense. But the only thing I could come up with was like whipping. So I don't know. I feel like there's like some self-loathing
Could-
buried very deeply under.
Yeah, but I took it like power move in some way
Yeah.
to gain something
Yeah,
from Hendrik. I don't know what exactly,
Yeah, I
but
mean, I
something.
really don't understand it. So yes, it could be anything. I was very surprised by that twist.
Very weird, especially the second time when he's like, I took my little friend 15
I
minutes
know.
ago.
It's like, we're on the clock here.
Whatever works.
I feel like that's what we need to know a little more of is the adults in the institute. Like, what is their backstory?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
they're
I
all
don't know.
pretty messed up.
What's the name of the guard?
Yes, he's a freak.
He's
Tony.
a piece of
Tony
shit.
sucks.
Tony.
Tony.
Yeah.
I can't wait for one of the kids to just blow up his fucking head with one power move or something.
I know. I'm waiting for that too. He's such a
Oh.
wicked asshole.
Yeah, and he was so calm at the beginning, and then he was like psychopath.
Yeah. He enjoys
Because they-
watching them suffer. He does. He's a
Yeah.
he's a sick twist. He likes watching their pain.
They haven't asked Avery about Mrs. Sixby, right? Like her thoughts yet? That I like as we were discussing.
Yeah, I
would
thought they
like to
did,
know.
and he can't read them. He can't
Okay.
read her thoughts.
So then that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the one I would like to hear about. But yeah, Tony's just straight up evil.
I wonder if she has some powers that she's able to close off her mind to him, you know? Or not power, but
interesting.
something. Like, because he can't penetrate that. She's able to wall herself up, which she tells the others to try to do too.
Yeah, that's true. So they must have trained them in some way.
Yeah.
A little bit to even make that request. It reminded me of when Annie says that the owner of the hotel queers her signal.
Mm,
And I'm like,
yeah.
oh, what's the deal with him? Is he,
Exactly, so.
But it sucks that Annie died. I do not think Annie died in the book. That's something I would like to look up. I don't think Annie died in the book, and that disappointed
Yeah, because
me
she's
here.
obviously she's telepathic herself.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well, she's
like, did she go?
she's PC actually.
Yeah.
So she's highly advanced because she's telling you things that haven't happened before they happen. And that's what they're trying
Oh,
to
the
get.
pilot.
Mhm. Yeah.
The pilot. Yeah.
The plane crashing and then it happened.
Although it could have happened. It could have happened already. He was just seeing it reported on the news, right?
Right, maybe. But
I'd like
yeah,
to think of
right.
her as a precog. That's very cool.
Yeah. But well, we would never know. So who cares? She's dead.
I care. I liked her.
I know. I do too, but probably not explore much more.
I was kind of under the impression that maybe she had been in the institute, like when I was seeing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then why would they have let her live? Why would they let her live, period? Like beyond.
I thought at first that when they took the kids, like, oh, you're going to go back home and, we're going to erase your memory. I'm like, they're definitely killing the kids. Obviously, we find out
Right.
that they're not. So then I'm like, well, maybe Annie, just remembers, but why would you stay close to the institute? So I guess then my theory falls flat.
Yeah, hopefully we'll figure out more.
And I don't know that we know that they're not killing them, right? It's just, I also thought they were killing them when they went to back half, and they're not doing
Yeah.
that yet.
I think they're dying. I think they're being used as like
Yeah.
a weapon and they're dying.
Just wrung
Like,
out.
well,
Yeah.
because this is like my
Yeah.
genre, right? So like when somebody like, let's say Firestarter or Stranger Things, when they have powers,
Yeah.
it takes so much out of them
Mhm.
that, like let's say 11 from Stranger Things, she'll bleed. Or same with going on with Firestarter. That's another Stephen King. Like I think they use them until they're mush,
they're
like they're
depleted.
dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they need a new
I agree.
weapon until they recruit more kids.
Right.
They even say something in the last episode 3, episode 4, like they could be joining the Hum
Yeah.
Yeah.
or something.
I joined the Hum. She said that when she came out of the like dream box, right? Kalisha, who I also
Mhm.
like a lot.
Yeah. So I think the Hum, that I don't know what it is, but
Yeah.
or where it come from. But at first I thought it was from outside the institute, not from inside. But now I'm thinking that maybe the smoke, everything that happens in the back half could be the Hum.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Or
think
something related to that.
Right. No, I think that's where it's coming from now. I think that
Yeah.
when they connected with Kalisha or Shaw, that she basically confirmed that, I guess. But I don't think, like the smoke, when you see it, I mean, it makes you think of concentration camps, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought it was a crematorium. It looks like a crematorium.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So
I mean, it's a lot of
was-
smoke, but still.
I know. And that's the thing. How many bodies would it be? It wouldn't be that amount of
It
smoke.
would
So
be
it doesn't
quite a-
necessarily make sense. But it must be intended for you to think that.
I thought that right away when I saw that.
I'm curious who all in the town is related to the institute. Like the sheriff, he seemed really like nice at first, but then like refusing the way he spoke to him. It's not even refusing the toxicology report because that makes sense. Everybody thinks she's crazy.
Mhm.
But then the way that he like spoke to him regarding just being a night knocker, I don't know. You think he's a good guy or a normal guy, or do you think he works for the institute?
Yeah, that I don't know if the whole town
Yeah.
is in on it, protecting that area. You'd think they'd have quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like in a lot of Stephen King books, towns are inhabited with bad people. They're
If
related.
an institute is that big doing what they're doing, they have to control the people somehow. Like
Right.
they can't have people
Yeah.
looking or so he's
Right.
either paid off or I don't know.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I hadn't thought about it that way, but that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. I have a question. What is the device that Tim is carrying doing his rounds? I don't know what it is. He connects something,
Yeah.
but I don't know what it is.
I think it's like a time puncher. So certain businesses, I forget how many, want him to like connect this thing, and it shows what time
Yeah.
he's checked their business, keep them safe. But I don't
Mhm.
understand how the object works either. But I think that it logs the time that he is checked in, whereas the others,
door
they're like, just
knocking.
leave a chalk mark. They only paid for the basic package. But also,
Oh,
like
okay.
in this small town, like why would you?
Why would you need all this surveillance?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the point of
Right.
doing that?
that baffles me too. Like she said, there's no crime here, right? Even though they have this like odd convenience store armed robbery, like there's
Mhm.
basically no crime here. So why would you have this position at all? And what happened to the one before you that everybody's? I think he's dead, right? Somebody referenced him being.
I think
dead?
it's that.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
And why did he end in that town?
What?
Why did he end up in that town and chose that particular job? Like I thought he kind of knew about the institute, but then I realized when he started talking to the lady that killed the other lady, sorry, I don't know the names, that he probably doesn't really know what's going on.
I think he just needed a job.
No, he needed the job, and he was talking to the lady that was with the books
Mhm.
in the library, and he looks to a board, and it was
Job board.
the
Okay.
It was just
Yeah.
right there. Yeah.
it was there, and his grandfather was a night knocker,
Right.
Mhm.
So,
so
that was like,
that's why he took the job.
It was a calling. Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that Stephen King bases most of his books in Maine, where he lives. Like I think she
Mhm.
dropped him off in Bangor.
Mhm.
which is actually where he lives. I like that about his.
I do too.
You mentioned Stranger Things, and this feels very Stranger Things-esque to me, just because I'm like anxiously awaiting the sheriff, not the sheriff, but the cop meeting
Yeah.
up with the kids and helping, which seems inevitable. I don't know for sure, but pretty sure that they're
Well,
going to meet
Stranger
up.
Things, they do like in Stranger Things that the Duffer Brothers nod to Stephen King in several
Yeah.
ways. Yeah. So I think, I mean, the Institute was 2019, but they've used like Firestarter, all that TK and
Right.
TP stuff is so Stephen King too. So.
Yeah, I love that. And I love Stranger
Mhm.
Things. When does it finally end? Is it this fall? Stranger
I think they
Things?
divided it in 3.
3.
Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. Yeah.
Really? Oh, well, they're close together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice. I'm fine with that. Although, why not just do it weekly? There must be a reason. The goodbye front half parties are so messed up. I cannot even. And that is a place where I definitely think Miss Sigsbee is a psychopath.
Yeah.
It's especially cruel to make
Yeah.
these kids celebrate, seeing their
Going
friend.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost home on the cake. It reminds me of Severance a little too, just because they have some messed up parties, but like this is way worse because now they think their friend is going off to die.
I just find it weird that they're doing a party for these kids, yet they try to treat them like they're adults. They can smoke and they can drink. I'm like,
Yeah, and then they have
okay, this is extremely weird. Yeah, it's like, okay,
yeah.
it's like at work and they get you pizza instead of like a raise. Pizza for
And they know
everybody.
the kids aren't buying that it's a celebration. They can see in the kids'
Right.
eyes that they know the back half is probably not what they're promising them. I mean,
Right.
it's not, I think some of them might think it's their way home, but I also don't. I think a lot of them know that something bad is waiting for them there.
I feel like
And
nearly all of them probably know
yeah,
underneath and choose to be in denial.
yeah.
And then
That's what I think.
there's Nikki. It's actually funny because the last show we did, a summer episode of Jenny and Georgia, had a character named Nick, and one of our listeners, hi, was like, "Can you just not do a show that has a Nick in it next?" And here we are with Nikki.
Well, it's Nikki, so they
I
added a
like this guy
Y.
though.
Yeah, I do
We
too.
need the reference here.
Yeah, no, but I like Nikki because he's like not taking that shit at all. I don't know why. It feels like he's been around a long time, not being
It
upgraded.
does. I'm like, well, how long has he been there? Did they say?
I don't
How
remember.
long, Nikki? Because he's been resisting pretty well
Yeah.
going to the back half.
Kalisha has been there for 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The first girl I think was
13
13 days. Yeah.
Iris.
Yeah.
yeah. They may have said for him. Kalisha also said the average stay in the front half is 15 days. So I guess
Oh.
somebody's got to pull up the 30-day half of that.
Don't they have to see
And
the
it's
dots
Nikki.
in order, right?
Yeah.
Don't they have to see the
Mhm.
dots in order to move? And that's why Luke is saying that he's not seeing the dots, even though he saw them with a second injection, if I'm not mistaken.
I think when they see the dots, that's one step closer, but it's when they connect with the hum that they graduate.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I think they see
I
the
think.
dots, and that is rewarded by going in the dream
Yep.
box, which
Yes.
forces you to
Then
connect
they
with the hum.
connect the hum.
I was very impressed with Luke's willpower in the oxygen
Mhm.
deprivation or what have you box because I
Badass.
would not have been. Yeah, exactly.
I'm always wondering why Avery, this is what I'm wondering, why he is in the front half. He seems to be
Ready for the back half.
all of it, like the TK, the TP, and well, maybe he's not the PC, but I thought they abandoned that, but they're kind of doing that
Right.
with Luke. But he also he can connect with the hum already, right? Can hear it. He can
hear it
follow
stronger,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also Annie could hear the hum, so she probably did go there. I don't know. Just as more confirmation, not that we'll ever find
I
out.
hope we find out because it looks like in episode 4 he was looking through her stuff, so maybe we'll find out more.
I don't think that they would have Avery there, period, because of how powerful, or like he'd be in, isolation somewhere.
Right.
Because she knows she's watching him follow Kalisha through the back half and like tell
Right.
Luke everything as it's happening. And yeah, he loses her, but obviously he's like really strong. And I guess maybe they don't know yet that he can control minds, but I've been waiting for that to be used.
Oh,
'Cause
maybe
he
that's what they're
control-
trying to push him for.
No,
Yeah.
but like that would make him like so dangerous to them. I'm just very
Mhm.
surprised they would leave him around the others.
See, and when you went
And-
back to like, oh, I feel like she doesn't want to push that, you know what you said, like, oh, I feel like she didn't want
Yeah.
to push the PC. I feel like it's because she doesn't want them to uncover something about her. Like, I
Yeah,
don't think
maybe.
it's
Yeah.
like a
So that
sympathy for
that
the
would check
kid.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
want to learn that so I can be fully like, okay, she's a psychopath.
Yeah.
And
I
if
already feel like she
psychopaths
is
like,
just by how she acts right now.
but I liked her. I kind of liked her cigarette in the rain scene with Luke. Did not make me sympathize with her. I just like how she plays the character, I think is what I'm saying. It's interesting.
Yeah, she's interesting how she plays the character like a psychopath, but not fully psychopath,
Yeah, like
like
not over the
pretending to
top. It's kind
be.
of controlled.
Yeah,
That's why I feel like
yeah.
she is a
Not very
psychopath.
nice, but
She maybe is a psychopath, but she plays really her part in the characterization of this villain
yeah,
is good.
yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say. That she's not over the top.
Right. Yeah. Also, she has a dad that's very sick and she cares about him. I'm not saying that rules out psychopath.
Yes.
I'm just saying they are trying to give her three-dimensional traits outside of being the bitch that she is to, well,
The kid.
everyone except her dad. Yeah.
Sorry, I was just gonna say that I was
Totally
curious
off.
as to what about the parents of these kids? Like these kids
Oh, I
disappear
hate
and they're
that.
supposed to go back home. Like how I mean,
I
obviously I
think they
realize
kill
that.
them.
They do. I think I think that's alluded to that they're dead. Yeah. They're
I
not
mean,
going
Okay.
she
back.
actually kind of alludes to the fact that they might not. Like she's like, if this goes wrong, we have to kill or what was it? We have to get wet or something. I can't remember.
But I think Luke
But
could see through that and he kind of
oh yeah.
he
No,
knows
no.
that
I
like
mean,
yeah.
when she was going in for the mission, the woman that killed herself.
Mhm.
Oh, no. The woman that the woman killed. Yeah, okay. When she was going in for the mission, she said to the guy, if this goes wrong, basically she said, if this goes wrong, we're gonna have to kill the parents. And he's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. That's why I thought that they weren't dead. But yeah, it would make sense that they're dead. But thinking about what
Right.
was said in the first episode is like, how are they going to bring them back? Like, hi, I'm back after 2 weeks.
Well,
I don't think there's any chance of them coming back home. Like that's just a fantasy, a fairy tale. Speaking of fairy tale, sorry, but Stephen King wrote a book a few years ago called Fairy Tale, and I think it would be the best TV show, and someone should make it, and that's all. Carry on. Okay. But yeah, I don't I don't think that in reality, no matter what happens to these kids, they're allowed to go home, unfortunately.
no.
But maybe. Do you
Probably
guys think
best
they can?
also to kill the parents so nobody's looking for their kids. You know?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Because you
100%.
yeah.
Yeah.
If the intelligence of the kids match how strong they are, how powerful they are,
Right.
or it's not related one to another.
Yeah, I don't think it is
Because
because Luke's the
Luke
smartest and
is really smart.
he came in not as
Yeah.
a P or a TK and a TP or whatever. Whereas Avery's like super strong. I don't know. I think that like and they may have even alluded to this one of the male doctors, but I think the combination of a really high IQ and this though can work in a different way that's advantageous to them more than even just having the strong powers. Or against them in the
Yeah.
case of this show, I'm sure, where he's gonna help band the kids together. But yeah, I don't
Right.
think that it is the same.
Okay. And another thing that I noticed today, I was rewatching the first episode, and Luke's mom said something during dinner. Was something like, "Your brain is not from us." It's something,
Right.
and I was like, "Is he adopted?
Yeah, it could
He
be.
was given to this family to be take care of, or I don't know."
Oh,
That
you mean like the
something that
institute
I
was
thought.
involved at birth and then gave these kids for
Maybe
adoption?
not the institute. Yeah,
Somebody.
maybe
Yeah.
not the institute, but someone
Right.
Mm.
that knew that Luke was
That's
special.
interesting because like what is the point in that line? I get that she's being
Mhm.
self-deprecating, but it does seem like it was more planned for more than that. So yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
And the dinner was
Like, I
weird
don't know.
too, because the way that they were talking to him, now that you mention it, like it just didn't, it seemed different. Not
Yeah, didn't vibe with the normal family.
yeah,
scared of him, because I don't think that they were scared of him, but I don't know how I'm trying to explain it, but there was just like a weird vibe in the dinner. I know that eventually he moves the pizza pan, and I know he
Yeah.
says like, "Oh, that happens sometimes." So maybe that's why they were like, but it's
Mhm.
weird. Parents usually don't react like that. I would think. I don't know.
Right. Well, and the woman was there at the bar too that was gonna kidnap him later that night. So she saw him do the pizza
Mhm.
tray thing. So there was that. But
Hmm.
I agree. And also, actually, now that you say that, when they're like, "How long have you and Doctor So and So been talking about this?" That was weird to me too, right? He's like, "Oh, I've been talking." I don't know if he's a principal or what for like many months about this without you knowing. Just seemed odd. So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe there are unusual circumstances to his family. Also, what was the point in the family that drove up and like turned around?
It's,
Yeah.
it's weird because it's like because we know that people are not going to be able to go inside the institute. Like we obviously know
Right.
that.
This isn't new
So this,
information.
Yeah.
I agree. It was weird.
It was like a restricted area, and they say no, we are this chemical
Infectious disease, which is a good
Yeah.
excuse. Makes
infectious
people want to
disease
stay
or
away.
something
Yeah.
to imply that that area is restricted and is not so easy to go there,
Access, yeah.
or maybe that is easy, and
Oh
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
need
You
to
could drive
check.
up that far. Right. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. It was a strange scene, I thought. In fact, it was so strange that I was like, wait, is that like his parents or somebody's parents that I should recognize? But I don't think so.
Oh yeah. I'll have to go back and revisit that. Were they were then followed, right?
No, the lady was going to go out, right? The lady was
Oh,
exiting the institute.
I don't know
And he
why I
was
thought
like,
they were gonna go
no.
kill them, like for being there. Like,
No. They were ready to. Like they had their hand on the gun.
yeah,
If they were trying to find things out, like if they were a decoy and they were trying to find things out about what's going on in there, like why would they take young children? Obviously, it looks more believable that you're a family if you have
yeah,
small
probably
children, but
that's
it's still
why.
dangerous. So dangerous.
Right,
And they never came out again, like in the town or staying somewhere in the town where you're like, oh, maybe they're snooping around or something.
right.
I just realized the kid's name's Luke.
Oh.
Yes,
How did it take me this long? I think of Nick, but not Luke. Luke's erased from my brain. This is good.
it's a kid. We don't associate look kid.
No, I like the kid, so it's just not the same thing. Um, the another thing that struck me as odd was when Avery, or not odd, but I thought something was going to happen. It didn't. Is when Avery was like in the dog's mind, and we know that he can kind of control minds, and the dog is digging, but then he says the dog's just like digging on his own, and I'm like, you should drive that dog around and dig under a bunch of fences. The dog, but it didn't matter because the dog was doing the work for them. So
I'm wondering about Maureen. Do you think we can trust her, the janitor that seems sympathetic? Like, I kind of go back and forth.
Me too.
I'm like,
I don't
I
know.
don't know. Is this a ploy? Like, is this a
right,
Maybe if Luke or Avery finds they find a way to persuade her
Mhm.
to help them, that maybe work. But I don't know.
it seems
I
like she
just
I
did.
don't know how loyal she could be to Sigby.
Well,
That's what I don't know.
right.
How loyal she is.
I don't know how her son's death plays into it either, except
That's
as
what I was going to
sympathy for
say.
the kids. But I do think that she turned in this last episode and fed Avery the image of what happens beyond the back half or towards the recovery room or whatever.
Mm.
She stopped and like looked at him, and then he sees the image of, I guess, the girl that was killed by the
Yeah.
weight
Yeah.
being wheeled out. And I don't even know what information that gives him. And I don't know if he saw more than we saw, but I do think that she was intentionally doing that because Luke had like worn her down with a few conversations of you could be better. Is that how
Do we
you
know why?
interpreted that? Yeah.
Do we know how her kid died? They haven't said,
No.
right? Okay.
No, they just said his name and she said something like he liked to be called and but no. So yeah, I
Well, so Avery was if she sent him that message of bringing the dead girl into that room,
yeah.
and then Avery's like, I think I know what's in that room. So what is it, like the room of dead kids? Like, I mean, yeah,
Or unless
like
unless that's like the crematorium aspect of it
yeah,
all. I don't
that's
know.
what I'm wondering.
'Cause
Like, is that where they
yeah.
go when they're no longer useful or dead?
Yeah, and if so, like you said, that's like a lot of smoke for the amount of
Yeah,
children we
yeah.
think that we're dealing with anyway. Yeah, I don't know. But also it's like very strange, like how do you end up working at this place? Especially if you have a child that died, you're gonna sympathize with the children. They're gonna like vet
Hmm.
you. You're not gonna hire someone whose child has died because they're the number one people that are gonna sympathize with the children, you know? Or any mom, ever mom, a mom that's ever been a mom. I don't know. It's strange to me.
There's obviously something with the people who run the institute that's like sinister that we haven't gotten enough backstory on any of their
Right.
characters because nobody should be okay with what's going on. So why are
Yeah.
they? Like, what is the bigger picture here that they all believe in? Obviously,
Saving the
seems
world,
like
bullshit.
right now, that they want a precog really bad because like they talk about other people willing to pay for this. So maybe other governments or whatever. Obviously, if you have a precog, somebody who can the future, you can be warned of,
A lot of
somebody
things.
telling
Yeah.
the future. You can manipulate that to your benefit in
Right.
so many ways.
Number of ways, right.
So
But how did nobody
like,
notice that they have a precog when he was like, holy shit, the girls need help? I mean, I guess he didn't
I
say
think
he's
they
gonna hit her
just
with
are
a
going to
weight.
start to notice. I think they're
Yeah.
going to start figuring out that he is a precog.
I guess he
For
could have
sure.
been seeing a lifetime fight and not that she was about to be killed in that way. I don't know.
But
But yeah.
how is that they find out about the kids? Are they looking for some, I don't know, some
Specific traits.
random? Yeah, but I mean, where they find them?
Probably psychiatrist's office, like kids that
Or
are
or
or
reading some.
IQ tests, like these kids,
Yeah.
like Luke
There's
was
like a
off the
genius that's
charts.
like 2
Yeah.
now in like the
Mhm.
real world. They just
Right.
They
entered
look for
Mensa at 2. What the fuck?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So they're like, that's
Wow.
unusual. What can a brain like that be capable of if we can like meld it into what we want, doing these tests and making their brain that's already gifted push the limits, and
Because they're
open up
kids.
is like, because that's what they're trying to do right now. Like Luke, he had TK, but they pushed him then into TP and then into PC. So they have a formula where they can take these minds and, meld them into what, but I don't think all minds can take it.
Work
So they want a
or work
mind
the
that's
same.
strong enough or work the same, right? Or get
Right.
there.
But they do say it works 100% of the time when he's like, no, it just hasn't happened for me. And they're like,
Right.
no, it works
Or
every time.
and it seems like whatever they're doing, some of the kids, their brains can't take it. Because if you look at Iris, all of a sudden she's looking like her brain is turning to mush. Like she's exhausted. She's done. It's like what fries their brain.
I think also because they're kids, they're more controllable, I guess,
Yeah.
like
Their brain isn't
more
developed, formed.
Yeah. And you
So-
can also control them better as well, manipulate them.
But they're trying to make whatever it is they're making, their precog, their weapon, their whatever they want to use their minds for. Obviously, it's
Yeah,
like
maybe-
a factory for like.
Yeah. But it's the way they also control them is by giving them all this sense of liberty, because I guess that's what children want.
Right.
But it's just like it's kind of weird the way that they're doing it, because they still treat them like children as well. It's like an idea, an illusion that they're not being treated like children, but they are.
Make them more compliant if you give them whatever they want to, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the next 4 episodes are going to be like really interesting and good. And they're the ones I'm looking forward to. I like the weekly release versus the binge. Just didn't have time this summer to do them all, but I'm looking forward to the
How many
back half.
episodes are in this?
8.
Okay, so we have the.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll have to make a recording for after. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I did want to say another show this reminds me of. This reminds me of so many shows. But it feels a lot like Silo with the like you learn that the silo is just one of a ton of
Many.
silos.
Yeah.
Right. And they've referenced that a few times here that there's
What are keyholes? Did anybody get into that? What are the keyholes?
No, I don't know. I'd like to know.
Okay, well, we shall find out, I guess.
All right. Well, unless anyone can think of anything else, we will reconvene in a month and talk about the end, which will be much more fun because all the mysteries will be solved. Maybe, probably not.
Yeah.
I did read that the book itself is encapsulated in this first.
Season.
Yeah, the book itself is encapsulated in the first season, but they're hoping to make future seasons, so we shall
Mm.
see. I thought it was very under advertised though.
Yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
about it because we visited the Take Five offices. I saw like posters of it. But since then, between then and now, until it came out, I like didn't hear anything of it. I figured it was coming out in like a year or something.
Me
And
either.
then it was just out. And I'm like, huh. It's interesting
I
how
found
some
out
networks don't advertise that much.
because you guys were watching it.
Yeah.
So I was
I
like,
told
oh,
Brian about it.
I'm like,
He's
oh,
like,
let me
really?
watch it.
Yeah.
That's
Mm.
funny. Odd. But all right, I guess that's a wrap on our discussion of the first half of season 1 of The Institute. We will have the second half discussion for you when that finale drops. And in the meantime, we're going to do the first half of Wednesday, which drops next week. So come back then. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.